Hello friends and welcome to the Saitama Stacker channel. Hey, I'm going to try to speak right into my microphone but keep it kind of quiet because I'm in a hotel and we got in pretty late. But I wanted to show you fundamentals and a little update and point you to two videos that I think will go quite a ways towards answering a lot of questions that people have right now when it comes to Saitamask, which seems to be the most frequently asked question I get. So let's jump into the fundamentals. If you're watching for the first time, please know I only make these videos for entertainment, education, and for community building around the Saitama token. So please do your own research before you decide whether or not Saitama is appropriate for you and your portfolio. All right. So it's a pretty low action day, but the price is held quite steady, which is nice. Kind of suggesting that we're finding a kind of a foundation to build from here. So let's start with holders. Okay, we're currently at 257,994. That's an increase of 1,449 from yesterday. Our market cap stayed relatively stable. We're down about 29 million. Our rank per our market cap and CoinGecko's top 100 list would have us at 75th of all cryptocurrencies. Okay, price 7059. A low volume day. Okay, 34 million. Now that didn't used to be a low volume day, but lately that's one of our lower volume days. We have to go back a little ways. Here we go, back into I don't have my mouse, so I'm popping back and forth here. But we're talking back into early September when we were seeing kind of lower volume. And again, I think two things probably. We're close to holiday and people are waiting on the Saitamask. But there are some good news surrounding Saitamask that we'll be looking at here today. So the burns ticked up to 55.9%. Not much change from yesterday on this low volume and relatively stable market cap. But the burn speedometer would suggest it would take about 87 days to burn 1% of the total supply based on current volume and market cap. So we want to see that volume head back up. And I think once we get the Saitamask launched, we'll see a lot of activity. Okay, so total tokens burned, just under 9.5 trillion tokens. Now, just for curiosity's sake, this burn speedometer is a calculation that I'm making based on the volume and essentially the price or the market cap. But this total tokens burned, I'm literally just subtracting yesterday's burn percentage from today's and then multiplying that by the original token quantity. So this number should be very accurate. This burn speedometer, we'll have to see how accurate it is as time goes forward. But it's kind of a fun thing and trying to make some meaningful data out of the burn mechanism. So, all right, let's take a peek really quick at just what the chart looks like. Now this is suggesting that we're actually up on the day. So we must have dipped down yesterday after I made my video, because since I made yesterday's video around 5 p.m. and now we're 11 p.m. There we go. That's more accurate. A little refresh did the trick. So we're down just a little over 2%. Not much to worry about. And like I say, looking at this chart, we're going to find that this sideways momentum is kind of nice. It's just finding a stable base. So I paused for a second because the internet in the hotel here is a little bit slow. But this is a 7-day look at the chart, and you can see that it's really trading relatively flat. I mean, this dip here, then we had a little bit of a spike up, and if you average the two, we're kind of trading between 6 and 7, so 706, 707. And to me, this is a good place. I mean, we're building some support, waiting on good news. And that good news is going to be the Saitamask wallet. Now, if you remember before the Vegas launch event, I was talking about the fact that don't be surprised if when Saitamask rolls out that we don't see a big spike, because there was already a lot of anticipation built into the price for Saitamask. But that's eroded quite a bit from where we were off that high. So I actually do think when Saitamask drops that we will see some positive price action. And so that's something to look forward to. Now, almost 100% of the questions I'm getting right now are about Saitamask, how it's going to work, staking, what will be available. And I think it's going to be important for everybody to temper their expectations a little bit. I'm not talking about the look of it or the functionality, because I think that's going to be there, but how many things are available when the wallet launches. Okay, so I watched 2 videos in the last 2 days that give some insights, and both of them mention that when Saitamask launches, it will most likely only have a swap function available for a short period of time, and then additional service lines will be added. So be prepared for that. Don't think that on day one we're going to have the NFT platform and the ability to make payments or even to directly purchase with your card. It sounds like we're still going to have to buy Ethereum, transfer it into the wallet, and then be able to trade. So I'm going to point you to those 2 videos. The first one was Steve at Rocket Crypto, and it was yesterday. I will put a link in the description. It's a short video. The other one that was longer and more informative was a stream that was done today with a gentleman named Scott Herman. And then that was with Max. Okay, so Max is the developer of the Saitamask wallet. So it's very informative, but if I'm being totally honest, I actually came out of this one more confused about how staking is going to work. And I can't help but think that there weren't just some mixed signals early on in the questions. They're talking about 2% at 30 days, 4% at 90 days, 6% at 180 days, but that you would have to keep restaking, which I think is probably true, similar to a certificate of deposit at the bank. But people started pointing out, well, if I'm getting 2% for 30 days and I just re-up, don't I get 2% then? And wouldn't that be 24% over the year, which would be better than waiting? And it kind of ended up coming off in this interview that was the case. I can't help but think that that's not quite correct. It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, higher rewards for more dedication is normally how the world works. So I'm just not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to wait till it comes out. When the wallet launches, staking won't be available immediately. So we'll have some time to sort it out. But just temper your expectations. This is still a great interview. Max gives a lot more information about Saitamask and how it works, and he talks about the Certik audit. So one of the things that came out today regarding the Certik audit, this is their Twitter page, Certik Security Leaderboard, and they say, Saitama Inu Wolfpack, we hear you. We have the best interest of the project and the communities at heart. Audits are always worth the wait, and they just show that our audit is under progress. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, I went onto their website, and you can actually click a link that takes you to, let me show you exactly where it's at in case anybody wants to see it for themselves, okay? So this is the main page, and as you scroll down, there's a security audits tab with the learn more. Clicking on that, it kind of takes you into how does this work? What services are they offering? For us, it's a wallet and a DeFi app currently. Okay, as additional services are added, I don't know if we'll need additional auditing, but this essentially says don't just stop hacks, prevent them from happening. Make sure all funds are secured and get one of the most robust audits available. So it's a security audit. They're trying to make sure that our funds are going to be safe once we start interacting with Saitamask. Okay, and then they go in and talk about what the process looks like. And there was a frequently asked question down here that I thought was interesting. It just says, how long does it take to complete an audit? The length of time of an audit depends on many factors, including the complexity and the length of the source code. We have a pattern and proven technology to complete our audits as quickly and thoroughly as possible, which has allowed us to complete most of our audits in a matter of days, not weeks. Some of our audits have been able to be completed within 48 hours. All right, so they're informing us this audit's underway, 48 hours. Some can be completed, some longer, but days, not weeks. So I think we are getting close to the point where we're going to see a Saitamask launch. And when that happens, I think it's going to be good for us as holders of Saitama. Max does address in that video with Scott Herman that you will be able to stake from a hardware wallet. So people who watched my Ledger videos, the developers are saying, yes, we'll be able to essentially connect our hardware wallet and be able to stake. You don't have to transfer your coins onto the Saitamask wallet. You can essentially just connect your wallet to the Saitamask swap, essentially, and then be able to stake. So we'll get more information on that as things get closer. And again, when it rolls out day one, it's going to be more of a swap than it's going to be a full-scale functional wallet with all of the functionality that we've been discussing for the last couple of months. So it should still be very simple, a step up from having to use like a MetaMask wallet, Trust wallet, Coinbase wallet, then connecting to Uniswap and going out and making your exchange for tokens. Okay, you'll be able to do it directly from Saitamask and interact with Saitamask as a swap. There are questions about whether there'll be gas fees. The answer from the video today with Max is that yes, because we're transacting on the Ethereum blockchain, we'll need Ethereum in our wallets and there will be gas fees involved. So he did say that they're trying to have lower fees than other swaps, but the gas fees will just be what the gas fees are. And that's a problem we'll have to sort out over time. But still, very exciting, you guys. We're moving forward. Now again, people keep asking me if my Ledger wallet is receiving reflections, okay? So what I'm going to do is just open up my Ledger Live, and when I open the wallet that has the Ethereum tokens or Saitama in there, just watch what happens, okay? It will update in real time, and you'll be able to see that, yes, it is receiving reflections, okay? So here we go. This is the Ledger Live wallet. So this is the interface that you use on your desktop. Just pop into accounts. It's an Ethereum wallet. Here's my Saitama tokens and watch. See there? So we've updated. And that happens about every 2 minutes. I see it must kick an request out to the blockchain and then updates itself. So yes, I'm definitely receiving the reflections in Saitamask wallet. Let me show you what those look like for the last 24 hours and we'll close it out here. So in the last 24 hours, I've received 112 million free Saitama tokens. It's not a staking reward. They call them reflections or just holder rewards. If you go to saitamatoken.com in the ecosystem tab, there's a little explanation that essentially every buy and sell transaction, there's a fee withheld from those that's then redistributed to those of us who are holding as a reward for being a person with diamond hands, I guess you could say. So they come in automatically as long as you're holding in a participating wallet. So centralized exchanges, I know LBank definitely participates. So far I haven't seen them in Bitmart or Hotbit. I have received reflections in Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, the Ledger Wallet, and I know MetaMask is also receiving them. So any of the DeFi wallets, they're receiving them. In total, since I started tracking 3 days ago, I've received 250 million free Saitama tokens, which would currently be valued at about $15. So it's a good little passive income. And for me, whether the price is going up or the price is going down, your bag is growing. So when the price does go up, the value is going to be augmented by these rewards tokens or reflections tokens. Hey guys, I'm not going to record on Thanksgiving. I'm going to spend time with my family, but I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you're in the United States, happy Thanksgiving. If you're outside the United States, I just hope you're having a great day. Hey, take care. Check back with me Friday. We will watch our Saitama stacks grow together.